Good morning and welcome back to Willie's Firewood. It is 6 a.m. and we are headed to go deliver wood for the pizza truck. When we get there, I'll show you who's riding shotgun. It's not your typical shotgun rider, but necessity is the mother of all invention, so we do what we gotta do. So there's a half cord delivered right there, and it is going to Freshy's wood-fired pizza. Let's show you who's riding in the passenger seat. And sorry about the road noise. We're right next to the highway. They wanted kindling. I was out of room in the truck, so why not, right? Let's get this kindling dropped off and get this covered back over for them. So we took a little detour. I went to find the pizza truck because my wife wanted a wood-fired pizza. We delivered wood to them, so why not get pizza? Let me show you what it looks like when it's all set up. So folds right down into a kitchen. And then inside here, we've got the wood-fired oven. And we'll get a little better view of this in a minute, but pizzas are in the oven. Cooking away, using some really good firewood too.
Awesome. Yeah, airport showed up this morning to yell at
So we dropped off pizza to my wife and her co-workers at her office, and now we're gonna go hook on to log trailer. We're gonna go up and see Johnny. We're gonna haul home some of that awesome looking firewood that we saw last week and get that into the yard so that Gramps got something to cut, because I've got firewood orders that gotta go. So let's go hook onto the trailer and go get some wood. All right, Johnny's gonna fire up the loader and we're gonna throw some firewood on the dump trailer. So let's see what we get here, guys. Zoom you out like that, and then you can see kind of everything. So the grapple settled and pinched a couple hydraulic lines. So now we get to change a couple hydraulic lines for something fun to do. So once we get these put on, we'll come back and see what's going on then. All right, let's try again. Couple of hoses changed and we're ready to go back to it now. and now we're back after load number 3 so far. So far, so good. There's gonna be a new podcast for firewood, logging, farming, and family. Stay tuned for that at the end of the video. I kinda like calling this wood home, but it doesn't stack as neat as the log truck. Let me show you the third load we got on the trailer. There's the third load. We're gonna dump this out, and I'll show you that, and then we'll do a little talking. So, not a bad haul at all with the dump trailer. This will be the first victim in the morning. We'll get Grandpa on this. Got a 3-quart order to go half a mile up the road. So we've got 2 more loads to take that are already spoken for, that are ours. And then he's got a bunch more that we can buy. So I'm gonna buy whatever he's got up there too, because it's nice firewood. And we'll buy everything that we can. I've got more coming with the log truck later on this week, but it's nice to see some logs back in the yard. Doesn't pile as neat dumping out of the dump trailer, but that's okay. Let's talk about a podcast though. All right, so let's talk about a podcast. My friend TKP and I and Ryan Willick are gonna be putting out a podcast called God, Guns, and Sawdust. The debut for it is gonna be July 4th. Stay tuned. We'll put links and all that so that you guys know where to find us. But we're hoping that this is the best family-friendly logger, firewood, sawmill, American farming, low-impact forestry, you name it. So stay tuned. Going to be all kinds of special guests. We're going to go live at all the shows and events that we go to. It's going to be a good time. Can't wait to see all you guys. But it's late. We've got some wood. Grandpa will be here in the morning, so a little bit every day goes a long way, guys. Help someone if you can, and we'll see you on the next one. Can't wait to show you guys what we've got coming.